Hey everyone, this is China Chicken. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be going over Zelda and the Ocarina of Time. This is my favorite video game of all time, and I recently replayed this, and that's what we're watching right now, is me replaying the Ocarina of Time, which I've played so many times, but I probably haven't played it recently for maybe the past 5 years. Yeah, probably during COVID is when I played it most recently, and it just reassured to me how much I love this game and this world of, the Legend of Zelda with Princess Zelda and Link and Ganondorf. It's just so good. And even all the side characters too are really good. All the sages in this game, all the items that you can get. Going into depth of this game, all the colors, which may sound weird because you might be watching this and saying, "Oh, this is such an old game." But look at that, just right there, the purple swirly, that looks so good to me, even now. And I tried playing this game recently on my old GameCube, which I still have from back in the day. And here's the fight against Ganondorf. Oh, such a good fight. I did terrible, but... so I already fell down there. But anyways, the GameCube version of this game, I tried playing and I couldn't do it. It was too... not enough frames per second. It was just bad looking. So I downloaded a version of it, which looks really good, called the Ship of Harkinian, which is some modded version. You can change pretty much everything, but this is as vanilla as it is. I didn't change any of the settings or anything, but it's 60 FPS, and it just looks so good. And I had a hard time playing on the old GameCube, unfortunately. So here I am playing it on computer with a controller still. And here's my terrible gameplay against Ganondorf. I forgot how to fight him. And my depth perception over the years has gotten so bad with the with that electrical thing that he shoots at you and you have to hit back with your sword. It's kind of hard to do nowadays. But I still had so much fun here. I was struggling here. I thought I needed health. I do have 3 fairies and jars, so if I do need it, there it is. So, but anyways, this game is just so good with everything, and I've heard rumors that they are working on a brand new Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So it's the same game, but it's going to be updated, graphics wise and everything. Kind of like if you think of Final Fantasy VII, which is also one of my favorite games, that they remade that game and made it into 3 games, actually. The 2 of them have come out, but the 3rd one is coming out. But it's the entire story of Final Fantasy VII, just with updated everything. And I'd love to see it in this game, Ocarina of Time. Hopefully just one game though, but just do this game over again exactly the way it is. Like the fighting style, keep exactly the same, just update all the graphics and everything. It'll look so good. Add voice voice actors and voice actresses to this game. That would be amazing. See, look, I'm getting better here. You have to shoot the light arrow at Ganondorf here after you hit him a bunch of times, and this is what does all the damage, so is with your master sword there. But anyways, I would just love to see a remade version of this game. It would be amazing. Everything would look so good. Just looking at how Final Fantasy VII came out, it looks beautiful. It's just a little too long in my opinion. But, oh, I missed that one there. Oh, man, he comes back so quickly. But very excited for that, if it's true. There was talk about it the other week, and they came out with this, Lego set for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and everyone was, so pumped, but then there's other people oh, so all those rumors was just a Lego game? I don't know if that's what it is, but that would be pretty upsetting. I don't really like the Lego games that much. Might be fun to play with my kids, but I don't know. I'm just ready for a more adult version. That's why this was my most favorite game, is it was such an adult version of Zelda. And yeah, other reason, just nostalgia, really. The first time I played this game, I was 7 years old, probably, and I could barely get through the first dungeon, which is like the first, half hour of this game. And that's what made it so good, was it was so hard for me as a kid. And I think I gave up then, too. And then I tried playing it again when I was maybe like 9 or 10. Because it's just such a good game, and I came back to it, and maybe I beat the first 3 dungeons, the ones where you're a young Link, and then when I became an adult, I just remember, like, the becoming adult Link kind of scared me, and I was like, wait, what? And I remember going to the Forest Temple, and I was just so scared in the Forest Temple that, yeah, I gave up again. And I only beat the 3 temples, the first 3, which were, Deku Tree and Jabu Jabu, and then the Gerudo guy, not the Gerudos, the Golem guys. I can't think of their names. But yeah, not the Fire Temple, but the one with the lizard one that you gotta throw the bombs. The one where you get the bombs. So, anyway, I just love this game so much. And it's so cool, the time jumping back and forth. That broke my brain as a kid, and that's why I quit when I was like 10 years old. But I did come back when I was like 15 or 16, and I actually beat the game. And it was such a huge accomplishment, because I remember those 2 failures of when I was 7 and when I was 10 trying to play this game. And I was like, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to actually finish this game. And it was tough. I remember being scared still. And this fight especially, that's the thing, is this game just gives you the feeling that, Ganondorf, the build-up was so, like he's going to be impossible to beat. And I love that build-up there. So yeah, you fight the first part of Ganon here. That's stage 1. Stage 2, which I actually cut out pretty soon, is the running around with Princess Peach trying to get down to the bottom before Ganon's castle collapses completely. You're gonna see a cut soon, so I cut that out. But yeah, I finally beat it when I was 15 or 16 years old, and I was so happy. It was crazy, and such a good experience in my life. I loved it so much. And the game is just amazing. The story is amazing if you pay attention, if you read everything. I think I skip a lot of the text here because I just know. But yeah, I just love this game so much. Here we go with the next step of the game, where you fight Ganon after getting down to the bottom of a castle and it collapses. So Ganondorf like transforms here into Ganon, and man, I was scared when I was like 15 or 16 playing this and thinking I'm so close to the end that you just gotta do it, you just gotta finish this game, beat Ganon. You really put yourself into the shoes of Link, and I love it. That's the point of video games, is getting lost in it, and you just don't get those experiences anymore. And even playing this game to this day, I thought, yeah, I knew the stakes. And here, losing your Master Sword, your most important weapon that you have, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I was like, oh, I forgot about this part. What do I even do here? And I was like, that hammer looks good. I bet that's gonna do some good damage. Everything else can be a little clunky. So let's do the hammer here. And I remember you smash the tail, and it's really hard to get around him. Okay, there's a hit. So yeah, it's just such a fun game. Amazing. I love it so much. I do love other Zelda games. Majora's Mask, I'm sorry, I couldn't get into. And I do love some of the old Game Boy games too. I don't think I ever played the first couple Zeldas. Even the Link to the Past I never played. I've heard people love that one maybe the most. But what's the ones? The Seasons? I can't think of the name of it. There's Zelda Seasons, something like that. You guys can let me know down in the comments which one I'm talking about, but I love those games. Those are really good for the Game Boy. And then obviously Wind Waker was good. It wasn't my favorite. A lot of people, my wife loves Wind Waker the most. She would play that game every now and then, but I could never get into Wind Waker as much. I did like it. I did beat it, I believe. Twilight Princess I really like too. That one's underrated in my opinion. I couldn't play Skyward Sword or something with the Wii, and you gotta use your... It just didn't work for me. I gave up on that one, unfortunately. But I did come back for Breath of the Wild, and that one is my second favorite Zelda game to Ocarina of Time. Breath of the Wild is amazing too, and I can see the movie... Here you go, you're getting your Master Sword back. But the movie that's coming back, or that's coming up, that we haven't talked about yet, there were some pictures released, and actually Link and Zelda look amazing in it. And in my opinion, they are doing Breath of the Wild storyline, and it just looks like it, the landscape. They're in New Zealand. It's going to be very Lord of the Rings-esque, and I think that fits more with Breath of the Wild, the Lord of the Rings, New Zealand type of filming that I've seen from the pictures. So in my opinion, I think they're going the more Breath of the Wild, which makes most sense. The kids nowadays have played Breath of the Wild, so they know what that's like. And that's probably their favorite one, is all the kids, or Tears of the Kingdom, which is the new one, which I couldn't get into either with all the building. It was too much for me. I think I might still try and play it at some point, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try and stream it or play it on YouTube. I'm not sure. I haven't done any streaming or anything, but that might be fun to do. I was even thinking about replaying Ocarina of Time again soon and doing Master Quest, because I knew that was an option on here, and that was something I've always wanted to do as a kid, because I heard about Ocarina of Time, but then I was like, Master Quest, what's that? But I've never played it, so I'd love to maybe do that. That would be a good time to play on stream or whatever. So yeah, this is where you beat Ganon for good. Slash him in the face. Oh, that was so satisfying here when he gets to this point. Did you see my health? I was able to do it with 3/4 of a heart left. So that's pretty sweet. So I finally beat him here. I love that. But yeah, I'm excited for the movie to come out. Maybe we'll talk about that again soon. Yeah, I finally beat The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I've done it in my past multiple times, but again, I haven't played this game in 5 years or so, so it was really surreal playing this again and going through this game and how good it is. And oh man, to see a remake of this game with voice actors doing all this stuff right here with the ending, it'll be amazing. And I think they have a really good chance to have, you know, The Legend of Zelda come back. This could be huge. If the movie's really good and it's about Breath of the Wild, which I think it will be, they could do the remake for Ocarina of Time video game and then do a movie. That'd be amazing if they did a movie based on the Ocarina of Time as well. Oh, so good. It could be huge for Nintendo and the movie business, especially since they're doing the Super Smash Brothers stuff with the Mario World and everything. They're going to do Donkey Kong and Luigi and all this other stuff, and then eventually do Super Smash Brothers movie. That would be really cool to involve Link and Zelda in that as well. Yeah, that would just be so good. And I love this part here too, with the credits. You just kind of go through the whole game again. All the different characters are celebrating. Kind of reminds me of Star Wars at the end of Return of the Jedi. You have all the Ewoks and all the characters celebrating, and you get that with Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time here. You're gonna see all the characters kind of unite, and just look at these the colors of the flames here are just so good. I love this. I don't know why. The colors of the flame and the texture just looks so good to me. And look at all the characters. There's the Zoras and the golem dudes. I forget their names, sorry. And all the characters that you see in Hyrule Castle when you're a little kid, and then when you're an adult, they're all mummies, which is all scary. Like, that's another reason why this game scared me, is once you become an adult and come out of the Temple of Time, you see all the mummies there, and they're scary. They try and attack you, and you got Epona and the horse and everything. I just love it, how it all comes together here at the end. It would just be so cool to see this updated with new graphics and everything for a new remake of the Ocarina of Time. The world of Zelda is just really cool, and it's all looking up from here. I really do think that the movie is going to be amazing. It looks really good just from those pictures that we've seen. It'd be so cool, and all these characters are just so near and dear to my heart. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the movie that's coming out, and about the possibility for a new remake of Ocarina of Time, and your experiences playing The Legend of Zelda growing up. Which ones were your favorite? Everyone has a different experience playing The Legend of Zelda, and their favorite game for me is this one, Ocarina of Time. A lot of people I know really love the Majora's Mask, and they say that one's their favorite. Wind Waker. I even hear some Twilight Princess is their favorite. Not as much, though. So let me know what you think. In the old school gamers playing A Link to the Past, I know some people think that one's the best. It's just so cool that there's so many possibilities for people's favorite Zelda and what they should do as a movie in general. But you know, it always has the key themes throughout the games, all the items usually there. Obviously the Master Sword like we see here. I just love it. It's, you know, got the Excalibur, Hero's Journey. It's just perfect for something to unite all the fans of Legend of Zelda. And honestly, for the movie, they might even do a brand new story. They'll take elements. That's probably the most likely, is that they're going to take elements from all of these games to make one giant story. And maybe it'll be like a trilogy, like Legend of Zelda, or sorry, the Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. They'll do a trilogy eventually with this and go through everything, and that'd be really cool to see. So I love this game so much. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I'd really love to hear from you guys. And yeah, so the movie's going to be amazing. Comes out in 2027, I believe. And maybe we'll hear about a new game soon, too. I think there is going to be some sort of announcement soon. I'm pretty sure they're coming up on like the 40th anniversary of Legend of Zelda. So they'll do some sort of, you know, celebration for that. So very excited to hear the future for the Legend of Zelda and where they're going. But the movie is going to be amazing, and the rumors of the new game are amazing. I love it. All right, everybody have a great day.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.